Okay, the selection that I've chosen for this final poetry reading assignment is a very popular religious poem, and it's also a very long poem. It consists of 12 books in total. It took the poet 5 years to complete. He started it in 1658 and didn't complete it until 1663. The first book proposes the whole subject, man's disobedience and the loss thereupon of paradise, wherein he was placed. Then touches the prime cause of his fall, the serpent, or rather Satan in the serpent, who, revolting from God and drawing to his side many legions of angels, was by the command of God driven out of heaven with all his crew into the great deep. I present to you Paradise Lost by John Milton. Paradise Lost by John Milton. Of man's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world, and all our woe. With loss of Eden, till one greater man restore us, and regain the blissful seat, sing heavenly muse, that on the secret top of Oreb or of Sinai didst inspire that shepherd, who first taught the chosen seed in the beginning how the heavens and earth rose out of chaos. Or if Sion hill delight thee more, and Siloa's brook that flowed fast by the oracle of God, I thence invoke thy aid to my adventurous song, that with no middle flight intends to soar above the Aeonian mount, while it pursues things unattempted, yet in prose or rhyme. And chiefly thou, O Spirit, that dost prefer before all temples the upright heart and pure, instruct me, for thou knowest. Thou from the first was present, and with mighty wings outspread, dove-like, sat brooding on the vast abyss, and made it pregnant. What in me is dark, illumine. What is low, raise and support. That to the height of this great argument I may assert eternal providence, and justify the ways of God to men. Say first, for heaven hides nothing from thy view, nor the deep track of hell. Say first what cause moved our grandparents in that happy state, favored of heaven so highly, to fall off from their Creator, and transgress his will. For one restraint, lords of the world besides, who first seduced them to that foul revolt? The infernal serpent. He it was whose guile stirred up with envy and revenge, deceived the mother of mankind. What time his pride had cast him out from heaven with all his host of rebel angels, by whose aid, aspiring to set himself in glory above his peers, he trusted to have equaled the Most High. If he opposed, and with ambitious aim against the throne and monarchy of God, raised impious war in heaven and battle proud, with vain attempt, him the almighty power hurled headlong flaming from the ethereal sky, with hideous ruin and combustion, down to the bottomless perdition, there to dwell, in adamantine chains and penal fire, who durst defy the omnipotent to arms. 9 times the space that measures day and night to mortal men, he, with his horrid crew, lay vanquished, rowling in the fiery gulf, confounded, though immortal. But his doom reserved him to more wrath, for now the thought both of lost happiness and lasting pain torments him. Round he throws his baleful eyes, that witnessed huge affliction and dismay, mixed with obdurate pride and steadfast hate. At once, as far as angels ken, he views the dismal situation waste and wild, a dungeon horrible on all sides round, as one great furnace flamed. Yet from those flames no light, but rather darkness visible, served only to discover sights of woe, regions of sorrow, doleful shades where peace and rest can never dwell. Hope never comes that comes to all, but torture without end still urges, and a fiery deluge fed with ever-burning sulfur unconsumed. Such place eternal justice had prepared for those rebellious. Here their prison ordained in utter darkness, and their portion set, as far removed from God and light of heaven, as from the center thrice to the utmost pole. Oh, how unlike the place from whence they fell! There the companions of his fall, overwhelmed with floods and whirlwinds and tempestuous fire, he soon discerns, and weltering by his side one next himself in power, and next in crime, long after known in Palestine and named Beelzebub, to whom the arch enemy, and thence in heaven called Satan, with bold words breaking the horrid silence, thus began: If thou beest he, but oh how fallen, how changed from him, who in the happy realms of light, clothed with transcendent brightness, didst outshine myriads, though bright, if he whom mutual league united thoughts and counsels equal hope, and hazard in the glorious enterprise, joined with me once, now misery hath joined in equal ruin. Into what pit thou seest, from what height, fallen, so much the stronger proved he with his thunder, until then who knew the force of those dire arms? Yet not for those, nor what the potent victor in his rage can else inflict, do I repent or change. Though changed in outward lustre that fixed mind, and high disdain from sense of injured merit, that with the mightiest raised me to contend, and to the fierce contention brought along innumerable force of spirits armed, that durst dislike his reign, and me preferring his utmost power with adverse power opposed. In dubious battle on the plains of heaven, and shook his throne. What though the field be lost? All is not lost. The unconquerable will, and study of revenge, immortal hate, and courage never to submit or yield.